Hasan Piker continues his month-long meltdown. Turns out Hasan has just been called out on mainstream media by the ADL for being a terrorist-supporting freak. Now, if you didn't know, 2 Israeli diplomats were just shot dead in Washington, D.C. by someone screaming, "Free Palestine." And some people are speculating that it may possibly have been brought about due to the rising extremist rhetoric spewed by certain people, not saying he caused it at all, just saying he definitely radicalizes people in a certain direction. So we're going to take a look at what happened with the shooting, Hasan's response, Asmongold's response. We got updates from the super simp Mike from PA telling people to go and citizens arrest people he disagrees with. Updates from H3H3 as well. Welcome to episode 20 of the saga. We're working overtime. Check out the playlist, subscribe, and let's reach 1 million subscribers. So it starts with this clip here. Today will be an interesting day to say the least. The head of the ADL, Jonathan, just brought up Hasan Piker's name when talking about the museum attack.
Hasan got named. Yesterday, 2 Israeli diplomats were killed. This is the guy that did the shooting. I believe that's him. There he is again. And there he is. So this is him talking right here. So he shot and killed 2 people.
Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Those 2 victims, again, learning that they were engaged to be married.
The young man purchased a ring this week with the intention of proposing to his girlfriend next week in Jerusalem. They were a beautiful couple who came to enjoy an evening in Washington's Cultural Center.
But all of us need to call it out. I'm thinking about the New York Times doing a gauzy profile a few weeks ago of this gamer, Hasan Piker, who regularly employs awful genocidal rhetoric. Like, extremists should not be empowered. People who spout prejudice should not be platformed. This is a moment when we need to look ourselves in the mirror and say, we've got to stop this because the consequences are deadly.
Okay, first off, calling Hasan a gamer should be punishable by law. That is borderline slander to the gaming community. We do not accept Hasan as one of us. He does not share our spirit or values. Please refer to him as Hamas Diddy Bin Laden Baby Oil Piker. Now, as for the message itself, I gotta agree, extremists need to be dealt with, alright? I've been saying it for a while now. What Hasan does is actually dangerous. It's not political disagreement. This is a guy openly supporting terrorists and playing their propaganda on stream, dehumanizing an entire group of people. And what do you think is going to happen when you watch this guy on a daily basis and agree with everything he says? You are going to get radicalized. Not saying you're going to become a shooter, but I am saying that he will push you a couple steps closer to being a horrible person who does horrible things. Now, Hasan responded to the situation on Twitter. Israel is a apartheid state doing a live stream. I think it's wrong and dangerous to conflate these heinous actions with Jews. The Apartheid Defense League doesn't because they think they can improve Israel's standing by silencing its critics. It won't change the truth. Mr. We should not yield when supporting Hamas, whose charter says they want to kill all the Jews. How stupid do you think people actually are? Like, you can do the maths here, alright? Hasan adds up to be a racist piece of shit. Now, Asmongold responded again. He actually did predict this months beforehand.
This was from April 2025. Twitch needs to stop making decisions based off of their radical, politically motivated moderation team, because eventually there's going to be a lack of moderation for something that's really bad. Like some sort of like really bad, like somebody gets killed, like kind of like the Luigi thing, but like maybe a little bit worse than that. It's like political. And if you have people on Twitch that are supporting this, theoretically, every single advertiser is going to leave the platform and it is going to be an instantaneous apocalypse situation. I said this shit was going to happen. This is people that are openly promoting terrorist organizations.
I believe what the Houthis are doing is a good thing. 10 toes down.
Right, let's give them a peace prize. Let's give them a peace prize.
I think they deserve it.
Yeah, I bet the shooter strapped us on. Oh, I never said that it was hit. Again, I never blamed, and I am not blaming it on him.
Listen, I think blaming the shooting on Hasan is a bit too far because we don't have direct evidence of that, right? And unlike Hasan, I'm not gonna lie to you, right? I'm not gonna stoop that low when there's plenty of other material to criticize this freak. As I said, he definitely contributes to people getting radicalized and hating Jews. And I feel like people have lost the plot. Like, people thinking that shooting some random diplomats in America is somehow going to free Palestine is so brain rotted. I don't really know how you get to that point when you are so dumb that you think you're actually somehow helping Palestinians by committing murder in America. Like, that is never justified. And just a PSA, obviously, never get to the point where you think murder is justified. I don't know who this person was watching online to come to this conclusion, but apparently people are saying that he was a Twitch viewer. That is not 100% confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt, but we'll be checking that out as well. Now, Asmon talks about how Twitch is completely screwed because of all of this.
It's not like this guy watched Hasan and then he just immediately went over and said, okay, I'm going to go shoot up this embassy. Right? I don't think that's what happened. Like, this is probably a confluence of events. No, and I'm just being honest, right? Most people get radicalized and they do things, and there's like 50 different fucking things that come together. But the difference is that with Twitch, they don't do anything about it. And so, like, that's the big problem. Advertising contracts and budgets usually happen on a yearly, quarterly, or, semester basis, right? Like a 6-month basis. And so I said that whenever the first Twitch adpocalypse happened, and some people are saying there was no adpocalypse, I said, you're right, because you haven't seen it yet, because the ripple hasn't gotten far enough out. Now we see the ripple coming farther out, and you're seeing, think about all of the streamers in the past week that have said that they've lost tons of ad revenue.
Now, if there's any OG Pegasus fans in the audience, you know that I'm a day one Twitch hater. You can see clips of me from several years ago saying the downfall of Twitch is coming. I knew exactly what direction they were going in, right? When their ridiculous moderation started to get out of hand, favoring certain streamers over others, not properly enforcing their rules, and then as the years went on, Twitch became more and more extreme. Then Hasan became like their top streamer, and I knew that their platform was completely cooked. And it's no surprise that advertisers are pulling out. Nobody wants to be seen advertising with a terrorist supporter. I remember Hasan even went to some event and he was told to stay off camera or walk away from the sponsors because they didn't actually want him there because he's just super extremist.
Hasan's not allowed to stand in front of the sponsors. I actually feel so bad for him because he was trying to push him to the left and then he got told he has to stay there.
Then Asmon talks about the tweet Hasan did, which was like a threat to a US senator.
Don't you think he's contributing to radicalization? Does Hasan contribute to radicalizing people? Absolutely. 100% he contributes to radicalizing people. Like, without a doubt. And I'm sure that to some extent, so do I. Right? I'm not saying, like, I'm not special. Like, this is the way that a lot of political rhetoric is, right? But, like, the point is that, yes, 100% that happens. When you tweet out the picture of a gun that was used to kill a elected representative as a response to another elected representative, and then you have to delete the tweet, everybody knows why you deleted the tweet. It's because you knew you were going to get in trouble. It's because it was bad. Hasan has enjoyed a tremendous amount of preferential treatment by the media, and that preferential treatment has increased his image, and it's caused a lot more mainstream media to get attention on him. And now he's reaping the consequences of that with people naming him as a radicalizing force after a terrorist attack.
Yeah, so basically, if you haven't been following, the mainstream media has been sucking off Hasan for as long as he's been a streamer. They have similar politics, and they will gush at the chance to platform him, defend him, and support him in all that he does. But you can only take that so far. When Hasan is on stream doing utterly vile shit, that's when even the mainstream media has to do a double take, right? And when an event like this happens, like a shooting, you gotta evaluate, like, okay, who are the extremists in the space that are leading to some extremist actions? Not saying there's a direct connection again, but just saying he radicalizes people. So yeah, I am excited to see his downfall in real time. Now, Dan Saltman is actually claiming that the shooter was a Twitch user. This is not confirmed, so take it with a grain of salt.
I can confirm he was a Twitch user. There's no way. There's no... Dude. There is no way. Former Twitter accounts of the shooter in the news. This is his web archive. He changed his handle to Kyle Leather and someone else registered it. Either Twitch is going to have to put out a statement about this, or they're going to have to address in one way or another. And the problem is that Twitch has been infected so deeply with the rot of these people that it's almost impossible for them to get rid of it without severing the entire limb. Which is what I said with Twitch banning politics completely.
Okay, so we don't really have enough evidence there to say for sure, but would I be surprised if this person was an avid Twitch viewer? Absolutely not. In fact, it would make a lot of sense. Twitch has fostered this type of community now with one of their top streamers, Hasan Piker, as well as female Hasan Piker, as well as simp Hasan Piker, as well as Big Mac Hasan Piker. Now, Hasan responded to the shooting again, saying it was a false flag, essentially saying that it was set up.
But like I'm not Mr. False Flag at all, but like every single thing that he did in the aftermath of the shooting is so fucking crazy that it's like you could not have fucking designed a incident like this. You could not have designed a better false flag incident like this. I'm not saying it is a false flag incident at all. I'm not saying that. I think this is just a one dude who is genuine in his actions and maybe, you know, a little bit brain broken. Okay.
Genuine in his actions and a little bit brain broken. He fucking shot and murdered 2 people. Somebody call iDubbbz. Hasan needs to learn empathy at the age of 34. Dude, I can't believe it. Can you not for a second put down your disgusting extremist politics and say, okay, this shit was wrong. This shit was too far, and I completely disavow it. Instead, he's like, well, actually, he was pretty genuine in his actions. And if you don't know what false flag means, here's a definition. False flag is a term used by conspiracy theorists to suggest that various world events and crises, such as terrorist attacks and mass shootings, were actually orchestrated by governments or sinister forces in furtherance of a political or social goal, such as gun control or sowing public fear. So Hasan is literally justifying terrorism now. He's really walking that tightrope. Known terrorist sympathizer sympathizes with terrorists, many such cases. Now, it turns out Hasan is actually getting a little bit scared. He's telling his community to pipe down because people are starting to make the association that Hasan is the type of person who radicalizes these people.
This is not a time to be fucking. It's not a time for you to say fun, wild, edgy things. Okay, there are probably 1,000 people in the chat currently documenting every single thing that you guys are saying in an effort to basically tie it back to me and this community and rob it of its context or anything like that, and to try to get me fucking deplatformed. Like, lock in, stop fed posting. It's not time for memes. Just because you're anonymous doesn't mean you will stay anonymous. All this stuff, okay?
Lock in, guys. Stop revealing your true character. Is that what you're saying? Like, nobody needs to take Hasan out of context. Your entire stream is propaganda, occasionally terrorist propaganda, which should have already gotten you banned about 100 years ago. But somehow you're still here. I don't know if Dan Clancy is under your table actively sucking you off. You know, got that Gluck 9000 vacuum on max power. Here's Hasan's chat during his reading of DC shooter Elias's manifesto. Okay, so it seems it's like an emote-only mode, so they can't type vile shit, and somehow, bunch of hearts for the shooter, guys. It will take Hasan being name-dropped in a manifesto for Twitch to take action. Nope, I don't think they will, even at that point. They are going down with him. r/Hasan Piker reacts to the shooting. If I speak, I'm in trouble. In the most monotone voice imaginable. Oh no, how horrible. This was bound to happen. Reminder, no fed posting. Oh my god, man. They're condoning murder. Then Hasan claims that it's defamation.
Of this gamer, Hasan Piker, who regularly employs awful genocidal rhetoric against Jewish people in the Jewish state. Like,
I think this is like not only defamation against me, but I think it's also defamation against the New York Times too. Because they also wrote my dehumanizing anti-Semitic sentiment, but they put it in the record where they said I accuse Israel of doing a genocide. Because if that's his fucking framework, it is defamation. He's a fucking slanderous piece of shit.
Yeah, that is rich coming from Hasan of all people, the guy who boots up his stream every day, slanders about 5 different people daily. How many times has this guy slandered Asmongold or Tectone or Nux or anybody he disagrees with? And no, that guy did not defame you. He just stated that you have some extremist rhetoric, which is right. The only defamation there was calling you a gamer. He defamed gamers by saying that.
If Hasan is such a bad guy, just say what he's doing that's bad instead of just like making shit up about him to yell about. I genuinely cannot comprehend how or why other streamers continue to collab with this man on camera. The shit he says is so fucking disgusting. One, people are worried about getting ass blasted by his legion of mass harassers.
Yeah, legion of mass harassers. Isn't that your community, you hypocritical freak? And holy shit, imagine being a Hasan chatter, bro. Imagine being this delusional. How can you say this and watch Hasan at the same time? You just can't be serious. I don't know, like, what sort of brainwashing juice are these guys actually drinking? It's insane. This comment is exactly what I say about Hasan. Like, how can, you know, random people like CDogVA or Ludwig or anybody else, like, collab with Hasan when he's so openly disgusting, right? But yeah, I do show exactly why Hasan is to be disliked. Never ever made up shit about him ever, but he does it all the time, and he did it today again. Hasan calls Asmongold a white supremacist here, completely lies about him, and then tells him to say the N-word.
Black fatigue. Oh yeah. Asmongold is entertaining the new meta of black fatigue, which is like, I'm sorry, the lamest way to be a white supremacist. Just say it.
Do we have the clip of my VOD talking about this topic? Exactly why black fatigue is a thing? Black fatigue isn't a thing. Bitch fatigue is a thing. Ain't nobody tired of him. We're tired of her. No, don't go and make this a race issue. Stop.
Black fatigue. Oh yeah. Asmongold is entertaining the new meta of black fatigue.
Don't go and make this a race issue. Stop. Why do you do this? This is embarrassing. This is crazy.
The lamest way to be a white supremacist. Just say it. Just say the N-word, dude. That shit is so frustrating, where it's like, you're such a fucking pussy. You just can't fucking openly be racist. You have to just be like, oh, I just have black fatigue.
Why are you literally just lying? Like, really, it makes you look like a retard. It's actually fucking embarrassing.
Honestly, at this point, I think Hasan might be an undercover Pegasus operative. The amount of content this guy is giving me is legendary. There's no way a human being can be this level of disingenuous. I feel like he has to be doing it so I can make fun of him, right? And I appreciate that sacrifice personally. But how embarrassing must it be to go live every day and just constantly be bit slapped by Asmongold? Literally debunks what you say in about 30 seconds, just humiliates you. And I don't know why you would lie this much. Like, how does anybody take him seriously anymore? I just really want to know. Because, like, what are his chatters thinking? Do they not even watch this, like, clip of Asmongold clarifying himself? Or do they just watch Hasan all the time? Because then that would sort of make sense. But I feel like if you watch Asmongold's response and still conclude Hasan is in the right, you need to be checked into a mental institution. Like, straight up, just put the straitjacket on. You are not fit for society. Now, after this, Hasan has a complete meltdown and his dog just walks out of the room.
That's what this is. Gonna get clipped so hard, man. Suck my dick.
Oh my god. This is getting bad, guys. This is getting really bad.
Stop crying.
Jeez, this is bad. How do you just go and make a bunch of shit up? Every time he has one of his tantrums, probably 10 times a day, you can see how stressed the dog is on the dog.
In the process of me talking about white supremacy, white supremacist bad faith actors will clip me out of context to make it seem like I'm actually in favor of white supremacy while I'm in the process of complaining about it. Stop crying.
I didn't see the dog. I never saw the fucking dog. Oh my god.
Dude, poor dog, man. Imagine actually being Hasan's dog. There is no worse fate in this world. You just gotta sit there every day, listen to him constantly scream for 10 hours a day, popping a blood vessel. And you're just there waiting for some treats, you know, waiting for your owner to maybe play catch, you know, maybe exhibit a bit of joy in his life ever. Now he goes on a rant about stalkers.
Yeet cancels you every day. Like, that's what I mean. There's like, I have stalkers and accounts dedicated to stalking me, content creators dedicated to stalking me. And communities that are dedicated to stalking me.
Dude, calling you out is not stalking. It is not my fault that you happen to screw up on a daily basis. In fact, it's quite enjoyable, actually, to see someone so cartoonish, someone who has a complete lack of self-awareness. It's like a marvel, you know? And by his logic, basically every clipper is a stalker, and he's totally fine with all of the channels clipping him, and as long as it's something positive about him, right? But the second it's negative, oh, I have stalkers, guys. Like, what a ridiculous accusation. And he waters down the word too. Like, stalker is kind of used for people getting followed in real life and getting harassed, not criticizing you over the internet. Now he tries to defend his soy jack reaction face to Joe Biden getting cancer.
Only about the former president right now, but making like react slob content like this is just unnecessary. Yeah, first of all, I didn't fucking put that I didn't put that thumbnail. Is it just which I guess they changed it. I guess they changed the thumbnail after. So if they were to actually watch the video, they would recognize that there's actually a point beyond Joe Biden has cancer and me just simply going, "Oh, Joe Biden has cancer" for 26 minutes. But of course, these guys never do that because they can't even fucking get themselves to watch a fucking, they can't even get themselves to watch like a 10-minute fucking YouTube video, let alone a 26-minute one, to try to see what the point I'm making is.
Yeah, this is a guy who says, I'm not watching any video about me. It's probably just a hater. But also, everything in that video is wrong, guys. Did you watch it? Nope. Nope. You know, I'm making a declaration. Hasan is the #1 hypocrite on the entire internet because I've never seen anyone like this. Someone who so blatantly does the things he criticizes. It's almost to the point of trolling. Also, doing a soy jack face to a man getting cancer is a little bit evil. Then he responds to a chatter trying to tell him that he comes off unhinged to regular people.
No, normies don't have a fucking horribly skewed view of me. If someone has any view of me that's beyond like, isn't that guy like a progressive guy? They're not a fucking normie.
Yes, the classic copium, the fake laugh. We can't go a single Hasan video without him gargling on somebody's balls. Like his throat is just filled with balls every day. That fake laugh is so goddamn pathetic. And yeah, normal people think you're insane. It's just the lifestyle you've chose now. Deal with it. Stop crying. Stop melting down. It's called the consequences of your own actions. But let's quickly move on to Mike from PA, the Omega Simp real-life Reddit mod. Encourages viewers to attempt a citizen's arrest on anyone that defends a genocide, targets Hutch and Destiny.
You are justified in attempting citizen's arrest. This is not my idea, by the way. On war crimes and genocide, everyone has the right to arrest or detain a criminal. And defending genocide is the same thing as doing it. Universal jurisdiction is a legal principle allowing states to prosecute individuals for certain serious crimes such as genocide, war crimes, and crime against humanity, regardless of where the crime occurred or the nationality of the perpetrator or victim.
But you're not the state. Like you're reading this and you're not the state though. Like
means to arrest that person and take them to The Hague.
So he's like advocating for kidnapping people?
That's my opinion on that.
What is going on this website?
Yeah, I'd like to see you try that, Mike. Go ahead and try to citizens arrest people you disagree with. Let's see what happens. Instead of sitting on your ass and inciting other people to do crimes for you, how about you put your money where your mouth is, go outside and do it yourself? I mean, you're a citizen. But of course he won't. This guy can't even beat a couch in a fight. Least intimidating man alive, but he wants to harass people IRL. What a flippin' loser. Ethan responded, as you watch Hasan fans and Twitter leftists celebrate the murder of 2 innocent Israelis, understand that me and Ela are just as valid targets to them. I've known this as people like Hasan and iDubbbz lecture me about hallucinating threats. I knew this the moment I ended leftovers. Why would I want a member of a community that would literally cheer on my death? This is a toxic, violent, nihilistic, extreme brewing on the left, and it should scare all of us. This is crazy because Ethan's like a major lefty as well, so the fact that he's saying this is insane. Here's Hasan Clone 69 basically advocating for violence.
People living in the West have the most power over anyone else in the world to stop the genocide. We are living in the belly of the beast. We have direct geographical, physical access to the politicians, the propagandists, the weapons companies, and the supply chains that are facilitating this genocide. Protesting is great. We should keep doing that. But also, I feel like we have to be honest with ourselves. 17 months in, and what is protesting actually accomplished? Raising awareness, sure. Divestment, yeah, in some places. But really, politically, materially, nothing. Israel just killed the most children in its history in a single night with total impunity, with a deafening silence among the Western media. If we want this genocide to stop, it's time to escalate. Smart move on not covering current events, by the way. You mean specific current events or in general? Because, yeah, I think 2 pro-peace Jews dead. Read what they were saying. Pro-peace is crazy.
Yeah, justifying murder, that's definitely normal. Anyways, click this video or you gotta become a tier 3 Hasan subscriber permanently. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.